Good morning, everyone. This is Lynn Sugiyama speaking on behalf of the Arizona Buddhist Temple here in Phoenix, Arizona. I want to thank you for watching us. I want to begin this Dharma talk from reading a verse from the Shoshinge, which we chant at the temple. The verse goes like this: When foolish beings of delusion and defilement awaken to Shinjin, they realize that birth and death is itself nirvana. Without fail, they reach the land of immeasurable light and universally guide sentient beings to enlightenment. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. I hope that this video finds you safe and well, and that I want to thank all of you for continuing to watch us on the Arizona Buddhist Temple Facebook webpage and also on the YouTube channel Dharma in the Desert. Today, I want to talk about a Sanskrit word called Avidia. Avidia. So what's the meaning of Avidia in English? It means ignorance or delusion. So this is mentioned in the Four Noble Truths in Buddhism. The Four Noble Truths are the foundation of the Buddhist teachings. And so we are taught that the first truth is that life is dukkha, life is suffering. So life is filled with discomforts, pain, unhappiness, and stress that we often feel in life. Next is the second noble truth, which is the reason why we suffer, the reason why we have dukkha is because we have our ego. We are constantly filled with greed, anger, and ignorance. And this is where Avidia comes from. The third noble truth is that there is a way to release ourselves from the suffering. There is a way to transcend ourselves. And the fourth and final truth is that in order to transcend, in order to get rid of our craving, our delusions, is the practice of the Eightfold Paths. So for today, I want to focus on the second noble truth and talk about the matter of ignorance. So sometimes, in life, we know that we are ignorant about some things. And then there are times where we are ignorant about things without even knowing it, without even thinking about the consequences. And so often we are hurting people with the words we speak to them. So I remember one time I told someone, without thinking, that she was overweight. And this really hurt her feelings. And I felt really, really bad about it. So I think that all of us, we have said something to others that we regret saying and we have hurt their feelings. And then vice versa, we have had things said to us, whether it was on purpose or whether it was by mistake, that have really hurt our feelings as well. And so this word avidya, ignorance, means to misunderstand the nature of reality. To misunderstand the nature of reality. And so the Buddha once said that avidya is like a blind person groping their way around with a cane. So as we can see from this, that we are blind to what is really around us in life. So this year 2020, we have the great example of the coronavirus. So we are told to wear a face mask to prevent ourselves from getting sick. But another way to see it is that in wearing this mask, we are not only protecting ourselves, but also protecting our friends, our loved ones from getting sick also. So we're on the news that this virus is indiscriminate in making many people sick. But we often hear that people think that the virus is not serious, that it is fake news. And so they go around the neighborhood, they go to places and parties without a mask. And this leads not only them getting sick, but also spraying it to others. So as a consequence, people get sick. What's worse is that they have to go to the hospital, and the doctors and nurses are getting overworked with so many cases coming to them. So when people get sick, we take pity on them and we hope that they all get well. So the important thing that we learn is that we try to avoid large crowds and that we try to protect ourselves as best as we can. But as I said before, this ignorance is not knowing the nature of reality. The reality is that one's ignorance is the refusal to see the truth. And so the truth is that this coronavirus is deadly illness, and we all need to take a part in the role of protecting ourselves and the people that we love the most, our family and friends. So the truth is that everyone is suffering due to the coronavirus. And we have to look at the causes of why this virus is spreading and being so deadly. So it's the little things like wearing a mask and not going into crowded events or parties that help protect us. So thankfully, we now have the vaccine that will combat the coronavirus. And I know that it's going to take time for people to get the shot, actually 2 shots. And so hopefully by the middle or towards the end of 2021, things will get back to normal. And I hope that I can see all of you again at the Arizona Buddhist Temple. So in the verse that I read from the Shoshinge, it states that when foolish, ignorant beings, people, awaken to Amida Buddha's vow that saves all of us, then we are freed from our delusions and ignorance. And that we realize that the nature of reality is birth and death. We are born into this world and inevitably we pass away. And so to awaken to this truth is to awaken us to this path of enlightenment, to nirvana. So once we realize that, without fail, we attain birth in the Pure Land. We are transcend ourselves to Buddhahood. So to me, this verse means that we all have this gratitude to the life that we have. And we also have gratitude to the promise that Amida made for all of us. So even though we have ignorance, it is Amida Buddha's light, his wisdom, that lifts us out of ignorance and for us to attain eternal peace in the Pure Land. so we escape this world of suffering, of delusion, and that we are able to go on this path to enlightenment. And so to end this, I'd like to wish all of you happy holidays. I hope that the year 2021 is a better year for all of us. And I wish and may Amida's light shine upon all of us, all of you, for today and for tomorrow. So thank you for listening. Please have a happy holiday. In closing, I'd like to again read from the verse from the Shoshinge. When foolish beings of delusion and defilement awaken to Shinjin, they realize that birth and death is itself nirvana. Without fail, they reach the land of immeasurable light and universally guide sentient beings to enlightenment. Please join Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Amanda Butsu. Amanda Butsu. Thank you for listening, and please be safe. Thank you.